Hi and welcome to Skein Studio. My name is Kristen. I'm also known as K10 on Ravelry, that's K10, and Skein Yarn or Skein Yarns everywhere else. This is episode number 41. Today's Monday the 26th of October and it's a beautiful day outside. We've had such nice weather, except it's been very windy. Hi and welcome. Hope you're all well. I thought I'd get a quick episode in before we go away. It's my birthday this week. I turned 40, so it's a big one. And we are going camping on Wednesday. We're going away Wednesday. Thursday is my birthday. So, I thought I'd better get in a quick podcast before we head off. So I've got quite a few things to talk about. I just wanted to mention first about the Cardigan knit-along that we're hosting over on the Skein Yarn group over on Ravelry. So it's knit any sort of cardigan that you like out of any sort of hand-dyed yarn that you have in your stash. It doesn't have to be Skein yarn. And the knit-along finishes on the 13th of November, so it's pretty soon, but you might be able to crank out a cardigan in that time, I don't know. There's already been quite a few people who have finished and they've posted their cardigans and they all look fantastic. My cardigan at the moment, which I showed you last week, is the Reagan cardigan by Isabel Kramer. It's actually in the sin bin at the moment because I dropped lots of stitches, which I mentioned last week, and there was one that I missed, and because it's lace, it dropped right down, and yes, it's left a big hole and I just don't know what to do with it. So I'm actually going to be taking that away camping with me. Hopefully I can fix it while I'm away. But anyway, I haven't worked on it this week, so I won't be showing you, but hopefully I'll have it finished by the end of the knit-along, which, like I said, finishes on the 13th of November. There are prizes. There's a sweater quantity of Skein yarn, winner's choice of base and colourway, and another prize is a lovely project bag. This is a sweater size by Ganache, who's on Ravelry. And she handmade these. Gorgeous little Scotty dogs, which I love. Nice big size and pockets. And that winner will also receive, a little notions pouch to go with the bag. So, yes, come on over and join in if you haven't already. But if you've missed out on casting on for the cardigan knit-along, we also have a single skein knit-along. Now this one's a skein only yarn, or skein yarn only knit-along, so you can only use skein yarn. So it's a single skein, any project that's single skein, not booties or small projects, but someone posted a baby cardigan, that's completely fine. Anything that takes about a skein of yarn. So yeah, hats, shawls, that sort of thing. That goes until the 16th of November, is that right? Yes. Sorry, I'm reading off my notebook. So yes, that'll finish on the 16th of November, and we have prizes for that too. I'm going to be giving away a skein in whatever base and colourway the winner chooses, and then we have a few other prizes. We have these gorgeous little cube bags from Stitch Pixie, who is on Etsy, and she donated these. So, oh God, she's got set them nice and flat, and every time I go and get them out, I can't quite get them into the cube. That's better. Ah, so cute. So I've got 2 of these, so there'll be 3 prizes of Stitch Pixie bags. That's the first prize. I won't open these up, but that's another little cube bag. It's So that'd be number 2, and this one, which is a large pull string bag. You could fit probably a small sweater or cardigan in there. So I'll be giving those away. So thank you to Stitch Pixie for the prizes that you donated. She also has a coupon code on her store going for the duration of the knit along, and it is SOKKAL, so SOKKAL, so you can type that in to the discount code box when you're checking out, and it's 10% off. So she has really lovely bags. She has a few of those nice wedge style sweater bags that is new, I think, on her shop. I actually bought a few bags from her the other week, and I'll show you because they came in the mail not that long ago. Actually, I'll show you now while I'm talking about it. So yeah, go and check her out. Of course, links will be in the show notes, and I'll put the discount code in as well, so you can copy and paste it. But I bought myself another one of these, so it's the same as the prize. It's the same fabric, because I absolutely love it. The grey and the orange and the yellow. And I also bought a large, what would you call this? Rectangle bag. I don't know what you call this. This probably has a name. Ta-da! So this is large enough to fit a small sweater size, I suppose. And the fabric inside, oh, I just love that colour. So yes, she has lovely fabric, and she coordinates everything really nicely, and everything's really well made, so go check her out. So yes, they arrived, I think it was this week. So yeah. What else? So works in progress. I have the Simple Skype Socks by Adrian Koo, and this is what I'm knitting for the single skein knit along. I have finished the first one. These are for my dad. This is knit out of Skein BFL sock, and this is Weekend Escape colorway. And yeah, such a nice pattern. It's free pattern, and it's really easy. Very nice just to sit on the couch at night and just pick it up and knit. So don't really have to think about what you're knitting. That's what I've got for the second sock. I'm going to be taking these away camping as well, and hopefully I'll get quite a bit done. So yeah, that's that. And of course the Simple Skype sock, it's called that because the Skype is SKYP, so it's a slit one, knit one, yarn over and pass slip stitch over, and it gives that nice sort of texture on the rib, which I think is perfect for a man's sock, because it's not going to bore you to tears knitting it. There's still something going on, but it's not enough to be too complicated for you or for them. So yeah, I really like it. I also cast on a new shawl. This is just something I'm working on, just a design. And that's all I've got so far. This is using the Skein cashmere, silk cashmere lace, and I wanted to design something out of this because it's an expensive yarn. It's I think it's around $40 for a 50-gram ball, but that's because it's 50%, no, it's 55% silk, 45% cashmere, so it's a luxury yarn. But yes, there's no patterns out there for this yarn, so I wanted to come up with something that will use up just one skein, because of course it's rather expensive, so you don't want to be having to buy 2 skeins. Anyway, so this is what I've come up with. It's actually, it's going to be a shawl, but this is a Shetland lace pattern that I decided to use. I wanted something nice and lacy so that it'd make the most of the skein of yarn, so it'll actually block out nice and big. And I think this is called bead lace, and it's deceptively difficult. Deceptively difficult. Anyway, it looks easy, but it's bloody difficult. You're knitting lace on every row, so there's no rest row, and yeah, it's taken me a while to get used to it. There's lots and lots of yarn overs, and as you can see, it's now starting to, the bead pattern is starting to come out, but at the very beginning I couldn't quite see what I was knitting, so I couldn't read my knitting to know if I'd missed a yarn over or if the stitches that I was doing were correct by looking at the row below, which is what I normally do when I knit lace. Anyway, I'm sort of getting used to it now, but it's taken a long time. It's been ripped back a few times. Anyway, that's going quite nice, so yeah, I'm just sort of fiddling around with this at the moment. And yeah, that's that. I do have a finished object. I finished my Summertide shawl from Curious Handmade, or Helen Stewart, she's also called. She had the Summertide Mystery Knit Along, which went throughout most of October. It's still going, but she's been posting pictures of her shawl on Instagram, so I'm guessing it would be okay to show my shawl. So if you haven't finished and you don't want any spoilers, just kind of skip ahead a bit, because I'm going to show it. Here it is. So it's a 2-coloured shawl, and a lot of people were expecting stripes, but she had a nice little surprise when it was just 2-colour, as in colour blocking. And it's gorgeous. It was such a fun knit. I think she used actually Shetland lace too. So you have like the plain garter section at the top. Then you have one lace panel going down all the way to this next colour change. Then you have a new lace section, and then at the bottom you have another lace section for the border. So there's 3 lots of lace, but they meld or combine nicely together. Sort of one goes into the other. It's really, really pretty. And it's very, very easy to knit. The lace sections are really, really simple, like a couple of row repeats, and yeah, it's very easy to memorize. And of course, Helen's patterns with her shawls are awesome because she sets them out in a really nice, easy to read table that you can just tick off as you go along. So she has written instructions, and then she also has charts, which I was using the charts as well. So yeah, if you don't like charts, you've got the knitting instruction. If you don't like knitting instructions, you've got the charts. So it's really, really lovely. So if you get a chance to knit it, I highly recommend it. There was a few people who knitted theirs in one colour, which she says you can do too. So that would look nice as well. Or you could do like a nice gradient. So you could go like a nice light colour into a dark colour, like a light pink into a dark pink, that kind of thing. This is knit from Uptown Sock Skein, and it's this colourway is called Night, and it's a tonal, kind of bordering on variegated, but it's kind of more tonal in a way. It's quite a complex colour. And then the bottom one is called Misty Sea, and it's sort of like a light greeny blue. And yeah, very, very happy with it. The only thing is I went to go and block it, and I've lost all my blocking pins. So it must have been during the move. I've put them somewhere. I don't know where they are, so I'm gonna have to buy some more. I usually I've got blocking pins and I've got normal pins, and I couldn't find either, because I was just going to use those dressmaker pins, which I've used in the past as well, and they work really well with shawls, particularly pinning out the end points to make them nice and pointy, whereas as you can see mine is not all that pointy because I didn't have pins, but that's okay. So yeah, I love it, and highly recommend giving this pattern a try. It was a lot of fun. I don't have I used more of this one. So these were both 100 gram skeins, so I used more of this one, and I still have a little bit of this colour left, so which I will find a use for, I'm sure. So that was a Summertide shawl by Helen Stewart, who is Curious Handmade, and of course she has a wonderful podcast which I'll link to as well. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that I've been knitting on. I do have a few patterns, quite a few patterns of well, designs that caught my eye during the last couple of weeks, and I'll get them up. The first one that I wanted to talk about is called After the Ball. This one caught my eye because I've been in a bit of a stripe frenzy over the last couple of weeks, and this is a cute little striped cardigan. This is by Jenny Wiebe. That's W-I-E-B-E. Of course I'm going to link everything in the show notes. So yes, it's just a simple simple striped cardigan with a little contrast border. Actually, here's someone who's done it out of variegated and semi-solid, which looks quite nice. Oh, sorry, there's lots of reflection. So yeah, that caught my eye. It's knit all in one, and she gives you options to make the body shorter or longer, or the sleeves you can knit them 3/4 or full sleeve, so that's nice to have those options. She goes up to 62-inch chest, which is quite a good generous size. As you can see, the actual cardigan isn't meant to be worn closed anyway. It's meant to be open like that. And yeah, I really like it. It's simple and it's nice. I think it's all in one, top down, yep, and worked. Oh, hang on. I think it's worked all in one. Yes, it is. And it uses her original design uses Madeline Tosh sock. So she said it's knit at a larger gauge, so you get a nice light fabric. So that'll be good. Actually good for this time of year for us here with spring. The second pattern that caught my eye is called the Cantilever socks. This is by General Hog Buffer on Ravelry, and this came up on my, I think it was in the What's Hot actually. I really like it. So these are using mosaic knitting. So mosaic knitting's colour work, but instead of doing intarsia, it uses slip stitches, so you're just sort of slipping and knitting as you go, and it forms these really cool patterns. So this is kind of like a step pattern, so it sort of zigzags down, and I thought it'd just be a really good what's the word for it? It'd just be a great pattern to have fun with colour, try out different colours together. So it uses 3 different colours. She's used black, red and sort of a grey. So yeah, I really like it. It's a free pattern. I'm thinking I might cast this one on next. And yeah, she said she uses around about 50 grams per colour. So actually, if you had leftovers, might be fun to use those. She says the resulting optical illusion of rising zigzag lines are reminiscent of architectural elements like apparently free floating cantilevered stairs, hence the name. So yeah, I'm going to give that one a go. I really like it. So that's Cantilever by General Hog Buffer. The next pattern that I really liked was this one, and actually this, I really want to cast this one on. I have to finish things first. I'm not allowed to cast on another cardigan or jumper until I finish the ones that I have, because it's getting a bit crazy. But this is gorgeous. It's called Ariel by Brandy Velton, and I'll get a picture up. It is, I think this one's bottom up, but it uses a wonderful textured stitch. Come on. There we go. Which is perfect for lightly variegated or tonal yarns. She's used Madeline Tosh, and as you can see, it's a tonal colorway, and it just looks gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's kind of like, it reminds me, I'm wondering if it's the same stitch pattern that was used for that Isolde Teague. Oh god, what was that called? It was a big one. Hang on, I'm gonna have to look it up. She had a cardigan pattern and I knit it, and it's such a good pattern. I think it's the same stitch pattern. Where are you? Sorry, I have to know what it is now that I've said it. Coraline. I think it is. Yep, it is. It's the same stitch pattern. This is... So that's my Coraline, so that's the stitch pattern on the top. It's exactly the same. Which is interesting. So yeah, I definitely want to knit this. I really like it. Like I said, it's great for like a tonal or a soft variegated. And what's even better is when you get to the top of the jumper. It is bottom up, by the way. When you get up to the top here, all that's reversed stockinette, so you're actually seeing the pearl side, which in variegated and tonal yarns, it always kind of smooths out the colours. So I think they look really nice in reverse stockinette. So yeah, this is going to be one for my queue. So this is Ariel by Brandy Velton. And of course I'll link it in the show notes. $6 US, $8.50 Australian. So there you go. I have more. There's quite a few patterns that came out this week. It was funny because when I was putting together the podcast notes, I was thinking, oh, I don't really have a lot to talk about with what's hot. And then I looked at what I favoured, and I'd actually favoured quite a lot. So this next one is called Danzig by Justina Larowska, and it's a shawl pattern that came out last week, I think it was. And it uses a semi-solid or a solid as a background, and then she has these stripes that have short rows with variegated. I really like this kind of design. I've knit a shawl that's similar. That was, is it the loop shawl? By Casapinka. So this is very similar to that, and it's really pretty. She has used Malabrigo yarn. And yeah, it's great. There's so many variations that you could do with this shawl too. I mean, you don't have to use a variegated. You could use a semi-solid, 2 semi-solids, or you could even switch it around, use variegated as the background and then have the stripes as the semi-solid. So lots of different things. And of course I really like the shape of it too. It's sort of like a elongated triangle with a spine down the middle. It's very nice. So that's Danzig by Justina Lorowska, and that's $5 or about $7.11 in Australian dollars. And the last one is the Porter Cardigan by Beatrice Perrin-Darlin. I really like this. It popped up and I just saw cables and I just loved it. So yes, as you can tell, cable cardigan. She uses, I think it's piece fleece. It's funny we're heading into summer, but with all these winter projects and designs that are coming out on Ravelry, it's kind of, it being here in Australia, you kind of, even though it's hot outside, you're looking at winter stuff and then you kind of get confused about which season that you're in. But yeah, I love this. So it is a bottom-up cardigan, raglan sleeves, seamless. It does have a few short rows. I'm guessing that's probably for the neckline, and lots of lovely cables. I'll get another picture. The neckline's quite high on it too, which is interesting. You can't see it in that picture, but there's another picture there that shows the neck. Well, the neck actually sits up quite high, which would be nice in winter. So yeah, there you go. I think that's everything. Gosh, it feels like I've talked for like 10 minutes. Probably been a bit longer than that. Anyway, hope you're all well, and everything that I talk about, of course, I put in the show notes. That's found on the blog on our website, which is skeineyarn.com. You can email me. My email address is hello@skeineyarn.com. And of course you can find me all over the internet. I'm K10 on Ravelry, that's K10. We have a Skein Ravelry group. It'd be great if you came and joined us. We're always having knit-alongs and things, giveaways, and there's always chats about patterns and lots of different things. So come on over and join us. Here's Riku to say hello. And come say hello. Come here. Come here. Come here. No. Oh, hang on. Gotcha. Hello. This is Riku. Her second appearance. She's like, just let me down. Okay, yes, so come on over to the Ravelry group and join us. Yeah. Oh, don't bump the camera. Alright, so better say goodbye, and I'll see you in another 2 weeks' time. So have a great couple of weeks and see you soon.